like how you personally navigate
Mhm.
experiencing different emotions between so many different experiences and different people, where
Mhm.
how do you not get jealous,
Right,
or
yeah.
when interacting with different people or seeing other people that you're into interact with other people,
Mm.
and such.
Oh yeah. So that is like a common misconception I feel is that people who are non-monogamous or like polyamorous or whatever don't get jealous.
Mm.
Jealousy is a totally like normal emotion to
Mm-hmm.
feel.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think most non-monogamous people probably do experience jealousy, but it's all about like how you navigate it. I think it's very rare to not experience jealousy. Like there are definitely some people who don't,
Mm.
but yeah, I definitely do experience it. But for me, the way I see jealousy is that it's like any other negative emotion where I will experience it and then like I can notice that I am feeling this way and then I'll observe where is that feeling coming from? Like is it coming from not being is it coming from not having enough reassurance? Is it like a FOMO type thing? Is it coming from insecurity in the relationship? Do I feel like I don't have enough time with this person and so I'm getting jealous because somebody else is getting that time?
Mm.
But even then, I don't really see jealousy or like the source of jealousy as something that needs to be fixed or something that needs to be acted on. I think I can just experience the jealousy, notice that it's there, see if there is like a reason behind it. That is it something that feels like it needs to be fixed, or can I just like sit in it, let it pass and be good, like maybe ask for some reassurance
Wow.
from my partner. Yeah.
Huh.
But I think it comes from how I navigate like negative emotion in general, where I'm pretty good at just sitting in my feelings, noticing how I'm feeling, identifying the source of where that like emotion is coming from, and just kind of observing myself process it, like observing myself being in it.
And that makes you feel better, or I
Yeah.
get wait, it makes you feel better that you notice it and allow it
Yeah.
to just
Mhm.
be.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, because for me, it's kind of like, yeah, going through a negative emotion feels not great, but I kind of just value experiencing what I'm experiencing, I guess. I don't mind going through these emotions because I know that it's happening for a reason and it's like part of the human experience, you know? Like, you can't be like
Ah,
happy all the time, you can't be like neutral all the time. Like, you're gonna go through shit. So for me, it's like, might as well sit in it when I'm going through it, just like take it for what it is.
have you always experienced emotions like this? Like from as long as you can recall in your emotional awareness? Because I feel like does this play a part in why maybe you say, you know, you knew like when you were in monogamous dynamics that you craved or you like felt restricted or wanted to
Mm-mm-mm.
experience new things? Like is that just part of
I
inherently who you are?
I
Maybe.
think so. Like, I definitely think when I was younger, I probably was a little bit more what's the word for it? Like, it probably was a bit
Like the
more like,
regulation was
yeah, my
not as
regulation
strong.
probably wasn't as great. Like, I still sat in my feelings and stuff. I still knew that I was going through these things, but I don't think I was as like, well, okay, so I've always like joked that I'm an emotional masochist
Okay.
because it's like
Oh my god.
when I'm feeling like negative emotions, like sometimes it's kind of cathartic to like cry it out or like be going through that experience.
You just really want
So
to feel the human
yeah,
experience, like all the range of emotion
yes,
and the depth
yes,
and everything. But
yes.
seemingly, it sounds like you're always, I don't know if it's the knowing or the confidence that like it will pass type of
Yeah,
cliche, or like, you'll get through it.
yeah.
And still, wow.
I guess it's because it's like,
So,
I've been through it so much that I just know that it'll like pass eventually. And so like while I'm there, I might as well like take what I can get from it.
I'm just, I don't know what the word is, but just in like listening to you talk about this, because that's like so not me. Like I grip my emotions and I don't let them go or flow with them as well. So I feel like it takes me longer, even though it's like logically I'm like, okay, feelings are impermanent and they come and go.
Yeah.
But instead of like, I guess, enjoying it, I get upset about it. Whereas you have like the recognition that like you're gonna, like you said, take what you can from it and just experience it. And then that helps you move through it, I suppose. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like I view myself, or I try to kind of view myself as like, I'm only human, and like this is what it means to be human, is like we have emotions, good and bad, and like they're gonna come up, and like it's not like I just let it happen. Like I'd prefer to be more happy than not.
Okay, yeah,
right? Like it's not like I seek it, but it's kind of like if it's happening, then it is what it is. Like sure, I'll like do some stuff to like help me like feel better, so to speak. But I'm not pressed about like I'm not in a rush to like make myself feel better. You know what I mean?
Oh, interesting. Yeah. You're not like trying to get yourself out of, which maybe comes from like, people suppress, avoid, run from when they don't want to feel, right?
Like you do that, or
yeah. Or I used to do that before therapy.
Yeah, I don't suppress.
You just, but again, you've like,
yeah,
you've always been like this? Like, is there like a distinct, I don't know if it's a hard question to ask, but like, is there a distinct point where you're like, you used to be one way and now you navigate it this way, or just over time with how you process emotion, it just is
I think
getting
it's
better?
just like over time it's just kind of developed into that, because I think I have always been the type who kind of has a bit of like a like metacognitive approach, where it's like I think about how I'm thinking and feeling a lot. Like I like noticing and observing what my like brain and emotions are like doing, if that makes sense. Like I like
it does.
Like I like to notice like what does trigger me, what doesn't, like what is it that elicits like these like thoughts and feelings in me. Like probably before I really had better like emotional regulation, it's like while I could notice these things, I wasn't really like, I think I would get stuck in being like depressed or like whatever negative emotion. Like it also probably depends on the emotion too, because like anger would be something that like I feel like would flare up easily, but also like dissipates easily for me.
I'm just absorbing what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think it's come a time. Like I don't think I've necessarily always been good at like my emotions like this, but like from what I can remember of like my like adult life, I have been pretty good at like managing, regulating, and like just like processing my emotions. Yeah.
You know how you said you don't necessarily like seek to be in a mood or emotion that's less than or more negative or than positive. Do you feel like, well, because I don't know how you seek out like connection in relationships, but I'm imagining that experiencing differing ones over and over is playing into it strengthening or like increasing your capacity or tolerance
for sure. Yeah, it definitely, like I said, I think the experience that I had with that person who was like very ambiguous, very push pull, like I think that experience like really shaped how I navigate like, I guess, interpersonal connection,
like human complexity.
Yeah, the human complexity, and just kind of having like a bit more nuance in how I view people. And okay, I guess for me, I value intention a lot actually. Like I know for most people, impact is what matters, and I agree. Like for most people, it probably should be the focus. But for me, intention gives context to people's behavior, and if I can understand the intention, and if I like if I view the intention as like not being something that was like them trying to be directly harmful to me, like then I won't take it as harmful as
Wow.
like
Mm.
I would if I didn't have any context. Because like if I only have the impact, then that's all I have to go off of. But intention for me can soften the blow, and I'm not using it like I don't view it as like an excuse. Like I'm not trying to excuse their behavior, but it's like I can like I'm all about nuance, right? And so like I can
Mm.
like see the nuance
Interesting.
and
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay. Wow. Huh.
Yeah, because to me, like, I get it that like, oh, just because someone means well doesn't mean like what they did was okay. And for me, I'm like, I'm not saying that it's okay. Like, yeah, I know that I was hurt, but if I know why, like, they were behaving that way, and if it, for me, if that why comes off in a way that is like, oh, I can tell you like still care about me and like you're not like meaning to hurt me like maliciously, then for me, I can like it softens the blow. It helps me with like viewing their humanity.
Mm.
Because yeah, like not everything's like black and white, especially when it comes to like humans and emotions and connections.
The phone fell flat.
Diva down.
Ah, yes. Not black and white.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like seeing things in black and white because I do think.
It said nar again.
I do think I used to view things a lot more black and white. Like I'm autistic, so like that's just something that kind of comes with the territory of being autistic. But I think like there's like an experience I had with my dad that I think shaped like why I try to view people with nuance and like why intention matters to me. Because like he like one time he like got really heated. I think we were like in our RV and we just got back from like a camping trip, and I like he misplaced something and he had like blamed it on me and was like getting really upset. Like he made me like stay in the RV with him to like look for it, and I remember like I was crying because it was like hot. I remember just being like I didn't even touch it, like I didn't even lose it, like I didn't know like what he was talking about. And then eventually he did find it, and then he like sat me down and he like apologized for like getting heated and raising his voice. And he he was like, oh, it's not an excuse, but it's like hot and I got heated about like losing the thing and I blamed it on you. That wasn't okay, and I'm
Oh,
sorry. Yeah.
wow.
So like he
Wow.
apologized for it and then like explained like what had happened. And so I remember I think I was like 9 or 10 when this
Okay.
happened,
Okay.
maybe younger. So I remember like obviously that like still sits with me since I like remember it so clearly. But yeah, because of that, I think like it really primed me to hear people out and like if the apology feels like you know genuine and
Hmm.
like when I can like feel that like um I don't know how to put it, but I guess like when I can feel that it wasn't like meant to be so hurtful, like I can like
I
forgive a
see.
lot
I
more
I hear what
easily.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because I mean, even the fact of him like taking you to like accountability, right?
Mhm.
Like, I feel like that's not like a lot of people. I don't know that they would do that uncalled for.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Asian dad, very surprising.
I didn't even think that, but you're not wrong. So wait, I forgot. No, I mean I forgot. Like, have you always not been monogamous?
Oh, now I've been non-monogamous since 2018. I didn't even really think about or know about non-monogamy until my best friend, like my high school best friend, told me that
Oh.
she's polyamorous. But even then, I didn't really like think about it. Like I've had
Mm.
relationships since her telling me about it that were monogamous.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, but basically the last like monogamous relationship that I had, I felt like we were very close friends. Like we felt like besties.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to describe it as kind of like, oh, it feels like we're like 40 years old and married, like
Okay.
already, and like that level of like comfort and
Mm.
just like
Mm.
I liked him, but I didn't really feel too much like romantic, like yeah, just passion or spark.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
then I it was something that I like ended up grappling with because we got together when I was 20, but
Okay.
then once I turned 21, it was like, oh, I started going out, partying, like
Mm.
clubbing,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I felt really restricted because I like, you know, I never danced on anybody, I never like flirted,
Mm.
I like, you know, I was very like, I'm in a relationship, like I'm not gonna do
Yeah.
any of that.
Yeah.
But then yeah, because I started like feeling restricted, I wanted to like explore. It was like a whole new world that opened up to me, and so um, but it was like difficult because you know I still like felt like you know I wanted to stay with that
Mm.
ex, but
Mm.
yeah, I just realized like oh no, I need to be free, and so yeah, we broke up.
Okay.
There's
No,
a
I
bit
want to
of
hear
like
it.
a
Say.
you know build up to
Yeah, yeah,
how
yeah.
I discovered I like was down for non-monogamy, but
That's perfect.
then I
Yeah.
was like in another like I kind of got into like a bit of a situationship type thing with
Mm.
somebody. We clicked really well. It was like the opposite basically. Like there was a lot of like passion and like
Mm.
a lot of like sexual attraction.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But then he wanted to be exclusive even though he was like leaving in the summer. Um and so I was like at the time I was like okay, yeah, sure. He wanted to be exclusive even though like he didn't want it to be like a relationship. Like he didn't want to be boyfriend girlfriend, and I was like, okay, whatever. Because for me,
But
but
exclusive.
exclusive, yeah.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, whatever. Because for me, I was like cool if we weren't exclusive. Like I was cool with him seeing other people, me seeing other people. So I think that was like the first like kind of like oh, you know, I think like I'm down to be like in something open.
Open.
When
Mm.
I met this friend who was like this was like the first time I experienced like an ambiguous like friendship relationship. Like we were
Mm.
never like we never named anything. Like we never like said we were like a thing. We never like um yeah, like I don't yeah, even right now I like have trouble describing what he
Mm.
was to me, but
Mm-mm.
um our like connection, our like friendship, our relationship always felt like it was more than just like platonic, but it wasn't really romantic either. It was interesting because like I would say we're close, but it also feels weird describing us as close because like we didn't really talk much. We just spent a lot of time together.
Oh, okay.
Like spent a lot of time together, but like just kind of doing our own thing or like not really getting too deep ever. Like some we've had some deep conversations, but honestly, we didn't really have chemistry like that in the sense of like you know how like a lot of like close friendships you'll like be able to just like talk to each other and just keep on yapping and
Yeah, yeah,
like your
yeah, yeah.
conversation just flows. It was not like that for us. Yeah, so that was like my first time experiencing something that just kind of felt like ambiguous and
Okay.
like
Okay.
very push pull, but like because of that I think that is kind of what primed me for like being a bit more I guess open in like how I experience like connecting with people, I guess.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
After I had like moved on from like the romantic like crushing on him, it just kind of settled into something that like I describe as like more in between a platonic and romantic connection. And then I met the first person who I like explored an actual non-monogamous relationship with. So basically, I was in California again because you know at the time I was like back in Arizona,
Yeah.
and so
Okay, so
yeah, yeah.
after those first two relationships, and then this is your first non-monogamous, like this was communicated clearly, and this is something you wanted to explore.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But there was because anyway, when you're in other ones, you said you felt restricted to explore, right? And you
Yeah.
Like connections, right? Okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
okay.
yes. Yeah, basically,
Got
so
it.
my best friend, she introduced me to her friend group, and her friend group was all like non-monogamous people.
Okay,
And
okay.
so I knew that I wanted to be in a non-monogamous like relationship next. Like
Got it.
I could,
Got it.
because I was just like, oh, this is so nice being able to explore like
Mm-hmm.
physical intimacy with like friends that like didn't need to be like anything more than just like platonic like affection, even though it was like physically intimate like affection, like kissing each other and stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh yeah, I want that, like I want to explore that. So
Mm-hmm.
the person that I got into, my first like non-monogamy relationship with, like we had agreed, oh yeah, from the start that we were sexually open,
Okay.
like physically open, but romantically we were monogamous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then 3 years go by. We're still long distance. I'm in Arizona. She's in California.
Mm.
So then there's another person that I like met and had kind of like invited into the non-monogamous friend group. We got a bit closer, and then eventually I did catch feelings for that person. But that kind of opened the door with my partner at the time, like
Oh.
to oh, what if I want to date somebody else? And then my partner at the time was like, yeah, that's like, I think that's fine. So then once I caught feelings for the polyamorous friend, brought it up to my partner at the time, and then they were down for it.
So you changed from not having like a monogamous romantic dynamic to being okay and open to if you had feelings for other people, or
yeah,
does
yeah,
that
yeah.
fall into okay
Yeah, we went from like a romantically monogamous but physically
It's not
open,
to then just
to
okay.
then being like polyamorous. Yeah. So yeah, we started dating. Honestly, my primary partner at the time, they struggled with it a lot because
Mm.
I can understand like why it was a struggle, because they didn't have anyone else, and then like it was kind of like a very sudden shift. I feel, I would say it got like, pretty bad, and that's when I ended up breaking up with my polyamorous partner, because I thought, oh, maybe I could still do romantic monogamy after all. And at the time, I wanted to be with my primary partner, and it felt like the only way I could be with my primary partner would be to be romantically monogamous, because they had expressed that they think, oh, I can only be with somebody romantically monogamous. So then I had to make a choice, and then I did choose my primary partner at the time. And then I got like really depressed. I like reflected a lot, and I realized like I could not, like I didn't feel like I could be romantically monogamous, because I really wanted my connections with people to just be able to like evolve and develop to whatever they would be. Um, and so yeah, during that like time period where we were broken up, like me and my polyamorous partner, um, I realized like, no, I think I am just polyamorous, or at least I can't be like restricted in how I connect with people. So then I brought that up to my primary partner at the time, and they decided that they would rather be with me, and like they like me accepting that I was just polyamorous helped them accept that I'm just polyamorous. And then over time, um, they really did like feel more okay with it, and then eventually they were even okay with like being in the same like room or like same like event as my other partner. But yeah, and then we broke up, me and my primary partner, or I guess yeah, my
Is
ex.
it because of the same
No,
issue? Oh,
it was different.
Wow.
Whoop.
And that's a wrap.